league is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Dallas Cowboys. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Slot man moves right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
All right, now look at 56. Let's go. Look at 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hammond. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Boom! Landed!
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll set up to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the 1st quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Prescott now from the 50. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Twisting away. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight, because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it near the 34-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's Elliott, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They go to Elliott again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A give to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And able to find Conley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
A beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A second quarter score from KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Again, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Hammond now to return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way.
For our offense and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll drop to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. McConnelly's got it over the middle. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. So the D-line's going to spread out. From the red zone now, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Give him 16 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check. Good. Kill. Here we go. Alert 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And their lead will swell up to 28. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Watching now, Barney. Now let's go.
Back to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll run with Henderson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watching now, Barney. Now let's go. Green. Watching now, Barney. Over. Watching now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watching now, Barney. Set. Blue landing.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
I'm
plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 32 yards there. And it'll give the Ravens a first down.
No, check, Patriots! Patriots! Here we go now. No, check, Patriots!
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now let's go. No, check, Patriots!
Now Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Again, it's Henderson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence.
And it's a fumble. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Henderson, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a first down and more. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. One adjustment.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And to give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Try the right side here. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Ravens on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win.
And he loses the football a second time. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And again this time to the tailback. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one.